found this object as a kid in southern Germany and have kept it in a box ever since. It's quite heavy for its size and has a small drilled hole in the back. Could this hole have been made to test the type of metal? Any idea what this could be? The object you found appears to be a medieval seal from a market town. The top inscription likely reads Sigil VM BVRG, which was commonly used to denote official seals of towns or boroughs in medieval Europe. Typically, this inscription would be followed by the town's name, though the lettering on your seal might be too worn to read clearly. The emblem on the seal likely represents the coat of arms of the corresponding town. In this case, it resembles the coat of arms of Bonn, Germany. The design features the cross of the Electorate of Cologne at the top and a lion below, symbols that were commonly used by towns under the rule or influence of Cologne's electors. These seals were typically used to authenticate documents and official transactions, signifying the town's autonomy and status in the region. The weight and durability of the seal reflect its importance as a trusted official symbol in administrative and legal affairs. I found this in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. It looks like a very small concrete bench or seat positioned near the curb, facing away from the road. It's too small even for a child, and I noticed several of them around town. Does anyone know what these could be? These small concrete structures you found are likely old carriage steps. In the days of horse-drawn carriages, especially during the 18th and 19th centuries, these steps were commonly placed near curbs to help people step into and out of carriages more easily. Carriage steps provided a stable, elevated platform for passengers, making it safer and more convenient to access the carriages, especially for women in long dresses or older individuals. I found this bronze-colored metal object at my grandma's house, and no one seems to know what it is. It's about 13 centimeters long, has crown-like open ends with pointed tips that show some wear, and there is threading in the center. Could this be just a decorative item, or does it serve a specific purpose? The item you found is a vajra, a ritual object with deep symbolic meaning in Hinduism and Buddhism, often referred to as the thunderbolt or diamond, due to its association with strength and indestructibility. The vajra typically has crown-like pointed ends that represent the combination of spiritual power and clarity, qualities that can cut through ignorance. The threaded center is where the object is held during rituals. In Buddhist traditions, the vajra symbolizes the unbreakable and enduring nature of enlightenment and is frequently paired with a ritual bell known as a ghanta. Together, the vajra and the ghanta represent the union of wisdom, symbolized by the bell, and compassion, represented by the vajra, two qualities essential for spiritual growth. In Hindu mythology, the vajra is associated with Indra, the god of thunder, who wields it as a powerful weapon to protect and maintain cosmic order. I found a heavy metal ball attached to a high-quality rope lying next to some horse tracks. Does anyone know what this might be used for? The item you found is called a monkey's fist. Originally, it was a weighted knot used by sailors to add weight to a rope, making it easier to throw over long distances, such as from one ship to another. The heavy end provided momentum, making the rope easier to control and guide. Over time, the monkey's fist was also adapted as a weapon known as a slingshot, which involves a heavy metal ball inside the knot. This weapon became popular in the 19th century for its ability to deliver powerful strikes. I found this object in my grandfather's garage. It measures 16.5 centimeters in height, 43 centimeters in length, and 10 centimeters in depth. It seems like it's meant to cut something, but I have no idea what. There's also an inscription that says superior. Does anyone know what that could be? The item you found is a vintage tobacco cutter, manufactured by the Superior Company in the 1920s. Tobacco cutters like this were widely used to slice blocks or plugs of tobacco into thin, manageable strips for chewing or pipe smoking. The process was simple yet effective. Users would place the tobacco block under a levered blade, which, when pressed down, would cleanly slice through the tobacco, making it easier to consume or prepare. Historically, cutting tobacco by hand was a widespread practice before pre-cut and packaged products became common. In the early 20th century, many households, especially in rural areas, had their own tobacco cutters to ensure they could enjoy fresh cuts as needed. Superior, among other manufacturers, gained recognition for crafting durable cutters that could withstand frequent use. These cutters were often mounted on countertops or workbenches to provide a stable base during use. I found a slightly rusty metal plate with the word "stop" in cutout lettering. It's approximately 8 by 6 centimeters and came in a box of vintage jewelry parts I bought at a flea market. It looks like it was originally mounted on something, as there are holes on the bottom, but there are no maker's marks or other identifying features. Any idea what this could be? The item you found is a brake light frame from an antique car, specifically a rear light plate with "stop" in cutout letters, used on vintage Ford models around 1928 to 1929. In the early years of automobile manufacturing, only one rear brake light was required, as there were fewer cars on the road, and speeds were much lower than today. Manufacturers often added plates like this with cutout letters to make it easier for drivers behind to see when the car was stopping. I found a gold-colored sphere with legs and a handle. The sphere splits in two, and each side has a lid. One lid is labeled "Wilson's Patent," while the other has a series of letters and a small shield symbol. Does anyone know what this object might be? The item you found is a Victorian folding biscuit box. This design was popularized in the 19th century, with models by companies like Fenton Brothers Silver Company becoming well known. The Wilson's Patent marking suggests it might have been made by Wilson's. These boxes were crafted with elaborate details and often made from sterling silver, which adds to their collectible value today. If yours is indeed sterling, it could be quite valuable. I found this structure in a local park near a community college. It has a sturdy concrete base and stands about 4.5 meters tall. Located in a large field, it's away from other structures except for a small path nearby. The inside has metal fins, and it's semi-near a small lake. Any idea what this might be? The structure you found is likely a bat house, designed to provide a safe habitat for bats near parks or natural areas. Bat houses are often tall with a sturdy base and have interior fins or partitions that create multiple chambers, allowing bats to roost in a protected environment. Bats are highly beneficial to ecosystems as they help control insect populations, especially around water sources like lakes where insects tend to gather. I found a small wooden box with a sort of dial on the front that can turn but stops at certain points. There's another one like it in a nearby pew. Any idea what this could be? The box you found is likely part of an older church sound system designed to assist worshippers with hearing impairments. The dial functions as a volume control, and the sockets would connect to handheld hearing aids, which were used before modern hearing aids became common. Known as a hearing loop or inductive loop system, this setup transmitted sound from the church microphone directly to these devices, allowing worshippers with hearing difficulties to hear sermons more clearly. These systems were often installed in select pews to support those needing additional auditory assistance. I found a strange axe-like object in a mountain meadow in Germany. At first glance, it looks like an axe head, but its asymmetrical shape and the unusually placed eye make me wonder if it has a different purpose. Any ideas on what this could be? The object you found is likely the head of a lever axe, a unique tool designed specifically for splitting wood. This type of axe head was developed by Finnish craftsman Heikki Karna. Unlike traditional axe heads, which are symmetrical and straight, the lever axe head has an asymmetrical shape and an offset eye that creates a levering action when splitting wood. This design allows the head to twist automatically upon impact, directing the force sideways and making it easier to split the wood. A friend shared this interesting find from the United States. It's a wooden object, 68 centimeters tall, 45 centimeters across, with 14 spikes measuring 5 centimeters each. It looks quite elegant, but no one knows what it is. Any thoughts on what this could be? This item is a rug hooker's rack, used for organizing strips of wool or yarn. It stands next to the person hooking the rug, allowing them to sort different lengths and colors of wool or other materials for easier access while working. I found a leather pouch with circular cushion-like knobs on the inside. It's made of pleather material on the outside, resembling a wallet, and has a velvety interior. Any idea what this could be used for? The item you found is a glasses case designed for storing eyeglasses. The lenses go inside the case and the temples extend out through the back. The pleather exterior and velvety interior help protect the glasses from scratches and damage. The leather string with a latch and the loopy attachment are likely meant for securing the case to a bag or belt for convenience. In the last video, I asked you to guess what the metal object attached to a counter in an old house might be. Almost everyone got it right. It's a commercial can opener, used for opening number 10 cans. Thanks to everyone who participated and shared their answers. The first person to guess correctly was user Robert Redland. Alright, it's time for another mystery item. Take a look at this object. It's an expanding metal ring with an ornate cap and handles. What do you think it could be used for? Leave your guesses in the comments below, and I'll reveal the answer in the next video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Your support motivates me to create more videos. See you next time.